New video fresh on your box. Stop, click, and watch. Ready, yet, get set. AMG's all that. What's up, my peoples? It is your boy AMG here, and today we'll be talking about Run with the Wind, episode 17, Search for Answers. Now, man, how this episode opens is funny as hell. So, two guys run up to Akihiro, throwing out the trash, you know, the older guy who looks like he should not even be at their school, even though they're in college, so it doesn't really make any sense. It's kind of funny because it's like how Musashi was from the Demon Devil Bats on I Show 21, and he was the kicker of them. Everybody thought he was super old, and it was like, he's a grown man, but he's like really like 16 or some crap like that. And he was like, what? You want to join our team? Are you serious? And because they seen them on TV during the qualifiers, and then they had all kinds of papers written about them. So they're getting a lot of publicity and fame and stuff. And everybody's just going crazy about them. So I'm loving that. And then we switch to them having dinner. And Haiji's like, yo, anytime we get any applications, just kindly refuse these people. Because right now, I'm just really focused on the 10 of us and trying to get somebody else up to speed with us is going to take a while. And I can't really divert our attention since we're trying to go into the Hokkaido Akiden so fast. And it's coming up in like 2 months. So we really don't have the time to be wasting on someone else. And we see the twins are, you know, still mad from the last episode, because they're asking, like, what are we running for? If we can't win, what are we running for? Like, there's not a goal to us. They were like, Haiji lied to us because he told us we were going to aim for the top. And they were like, well, how are we going to get to the top if we were at the bottom 10 when we ran for the qualifier? And there's people who already qualified who are way higher than us. And so they're just, like, skeptical about it. And so we see, you know, Akihiro and, you know, Kakeru and everybody just talking like, dude, how can you be mad at that if you didn't have a chance? Like, we barely had a chance to get there in the first place, and we made it. And we see Prince. Prince has been outspoken these last couple episodes, and he's like, yo, dude, no one expected us to even get here. We made it here, and we were just a ragtag group of people, and we're already running the Hokkaido Akiden. Like, we had no formal training beforehand. You guys are soccer players, but that's not the same thing as cross country. I mean, some of it rolls over. One of us was a smoker. Like, dude, we had a chance to get here, so there's nothing to say that we can't even get up and win the Hokkaido either. But, you know, and they just get upset, and they're just arguing with Kakeru, and they're going back and forth. It was like, what's the run for if we can't win? He was like, okay, but if you know, are you going to keep on, are you going to just die because are you going to stop living because you're going to die eventually? And they're just like, that sounds stupid, that makes no sense. But it's pretty much the same thing. Like, you guys are not even getting the point, but it's whatever. They walk out, they get mad, and they leave. And so the discussion stops, and it rolls over to the next day. Now they leave, they ditch practice, and then they go to a soccer game, because they said they had a soccer game at dinner, and they didn't want to go to practice with everybody else. And so we see Kakeru, he runs, and was like, yo, you gonna come here, boy. You are both gonna come here. And he starts chasing them down, and grabs them up, and makes them go into, you know, the place with them, which is kind of, makes them go, like, spec out the course, like research the course and everything. And it's really funny because you see them in the truck and you be like, they look tired as hell. Like, Kakeru just ran their asses out. Like, I'm like, oh, okay. And we see them just going through the course, and they get to the first part of the course, and they're just envisioning how it will be on that day. And they just see the crowds and hear all the people screaming and cheering, and they're just going from part to part, just looking like, yo, they're going to clear this whole highway for everybody to move so we can go running on here. There's this part and this part, and it's not like how the other races were. This is a relay. So it's everybody has a part to do to win the competition. It's not just one person, like Kakeru's just doing all the work, or Haiji's doing all the work. There's other people trying, and then they'll help them win, and it's pretty cool. That's why I always used to love relays. And they were talking about how the last year's relay, we seen the African dude who was running last time, and the guy that we seen in one of the first episodes when they started doing track, and he's like, I can't remember his name for the life of me, but he's a very famous known runner. His name is Kazum. He's I guess a runner from the other school. His name is Fujioka. I think that's how you say his name. But yeah, he's really famous, and they're just talking about, hey, do you want to run in that? Kakeru, and he's like, it doesn't matter what I run. I still want to run. I don't care. As long as there's a road, I'm going to run. And everyone's like, whoa, did he just say that? Like, it's funny how they're just making fun of him and everything. Like, the group dynamic, the team dynamic is getting so much better. And they're just going through all these courses. And we see Sakaki, the dude who was on the high school team that Kakeru used to be on. They're talking about just mad and back and forth, talking about, like, dude, how you gonna mess up? How you gonna get here and you don't even have enough members? Like, I'm not gonna call you guys plebs anymore because you made it here. But if one person from your team gets sick, then it's over for you guys. It doesn't even matter. It was like, dude, a lot of competitions and running have to do with willpower, because just because you train hard enough doesn't mean you will be able to beat a certain person. Because there's sometimes where people who are not as trained as other people win all the time, and it's because their willpower is stronger. They wanted it more. So it's like, that's not even a necessary factor, like you just being better. But I guess whatever. And everybody gets mad, and the twins tell Haiji, like, why didn't you say anything? Why didn't you say nothing? He was like, I don't gotta say nothing to this dude. I'm still. It was like, why are we running? He's like, I'm still searching for that reason. And they get mad, and he's like, let's go somewhere else. They go to a place that's just a really beautiful sunset, like beachy type lake area. And he's like, I think Saki was saying the reason for running is so you can battle stronger opponents, so you can get stronger. But is that right? Is that the only way? It was like, as long as I'm running with you guys, that's all that matters. Nothing else matters. And I love that. And everybody kind of just, lost their inhibitions and was like not scared anymore. And, Haiji just does what he does as a captain. And he's a good captain, just making everybody not be so sad and, anxious and everything. And so the twins are kind of like not mad anymore. Everybody else cooled down. And they're, talking to Hana, and they're just like, if we didn't join the team, we wouldn't be able to meet all these cool people, and we wouldn't have met Hana, because you know how she was. She helped us when Haiji was sick, and, we like her, they like her, so it's like, kind of like a love triangle, even though they don't really pay attention to it that way. But, yeah, and then we moved to, was it Musa? And Kakeru just walk in, because I guess they did a store run. And this is closer to the latter half of the episode. And he's just talking, I was really sad about us not being able to make it, but now that we have goals, we can still try. But it was like us just trying so hard, I guess all the pressure was getting to the whole team. He was like, all my inhibitions went away when, Kakeru said Haiji said what he had to say. It made me feel better. And Kakeru was just like, yeah, I understand that. I still want to win, though. I still want to win. It's just the fact that everybody's saying we can't is making me sad. It's making them upset. And at the latter half of the episode, we see the legendary God King of, the show that they act like, is Fujioka, the guy who was wearing the purple tracksuit, who's from the other team. And for some reason, mysteriously knows Haiji, which makes me wonder, was Haiji like an amazing runner in high school or something like that? Because he knows him so well. It's like they were part of a team together, and he puts him in high praise. So it makes me wonder, who was Haiji before he came here? In the last episode, we see Haiji is in the hospital, bringing up the plot point from last episode where he tried to evade the guy and ended up hurting his leg. So we see he's in the orthopedic surgery section of the hospital. So it makes me wonder, does he have to get surgery? Did he really hurt himself? Is he going to be able to run in the Hakai no Akiden, his dream, something he's been really wanting to do? It would be horrible and devastating if he couldn't do it. And if he's not there, then nobody else will be able to run either. So it's like, is he gonna do something like where he was like, oh, well, this is the last time I'm gonna run since I'm not gonna be in college anymore and he's a senior. So it's like, is he just gonna go all out and not care, or what is he gonna do? But we'll see later on, I guess. But anyway, that's the end of my video. Like, comment, subscribe if you like the video. And remember, anime, manga, and gaming is all that. And I'm out.